It's a go-to piece for a lot of beginner pianists, River Flows in You. But is it a right choice for you as a beginner? Today I want to explain why beginners probably shouldn't try pieces like River Flows in You, how it actually hinders your progress, and then what you should play instead to actually grow as a piano player. I've seen this happen repeatedly with a lot of my students. I think a lot of them sort of tend to come with these kind of high hopes, which is of course really, really good. They want to play, let's say, Moonlight Sonata, they want to play River Flows in You. But I think what is really missing in that story is a sense of progression, a sense of maybe we need to tick off some of the more essential things, essential pieces, essential techniques before we then play something like River Flows in You. So a piece such as River Flows in You has a lot of position changes. If I were to play a little bit more, you'll see that the piece actually has a lot of different running notes, different scales, and it's going up and down. There is a lot of assumed coordination that needs to happen when you're playing this piece. Not to mention, of course, the pedaling as well. Okay, so on top of doing so much hand coordination, you also need to use another limb, all right, to change the pedals in the right spots when the chord changes. I think a much better way piano players that are in the beginning stage should handle their piano practice time is to play pieces that are in their, what they call the ZPD, the zone of proximal development. I talked about this in my last video where there are kind of 3 layers of learning. Okay, so there is your comfort zone, and then there is the next layer, which is your zone of proximal development. So these are the pieces that actually are in your comfort zone, but just stretches you a little bit. And then there are things in the outer circle, which are the things you shouldn't touch. Okay, so for beginners, something like River Flows in You or Moonlight Sonata, that's actually in that outer circle. It's not quite worth your time, it's just a tad out of reach. And you can learn such pieces, like it's just, the thing is, it's just gonna take you a very long time. It's gonna take you like sort of 3-4 months to get into your hands. You're not gonna really understand everything. The notes will feel really, really random, and you may not even have a very successful playing experience after those 3 or 4 months. If you want to build a technique to eventually play River Flows in You, you should be working on pieces that are around, let's say, this kind of level. Or perhaps if you're not so much into, the classical vibe, perhaps you want to try another piece that is a little bit more modern, but something like this. So with the 3 pieces I just shared with you, there are a lot less position changes. The structure of the piece is a lot simpler, and they will help you to develop skills, develop the skills and technique you need to execute something harder like River Flows in You. I'm currently working on a piano course called The Keys to Mastery. And in this piano course, I split piano playing into 3 levels: the essential stage, the intermediate stage, and the mastery stage. I categorized River Flows in You into the intermediate stage. In each level, the essential level, in the intermediate level, and in the mastery level, there are 3 components to each level, which I think are kind of the fundamental building blocks of improving a piano. We have sight reading, we have music theory, and we have technique. So let's say you're trying to play a piece like River Flows in You, okay, and you're feeling like, wow, gee, I'm trying so hard to learn the notes, but I just can't coordinate it, or I can't really read it, and it's just like taking very long, and I'm not quite sure what's actually stopping me. It's likely because of one of these 3 things, okay? So for example, sight reading, music theory, and technique. Let's say with sight reading, maybe there is a problem right now with reading the notes. The notes are just too complicated. Maybe there's a problem with music theory. So for example, if you don't really understand key signatures and keys and chords, executing River Flows in You might currently feel like a very kind of like complicated and random experience. There's sort of like no system to it. And lastly, technique, right? If you currently lack the technique to execute these very complex coordination, it's going to be very hard to play River Flows in You. So in this course, throughout the levels, essential, intermediate, and mastery, I will teach you self-taught pianists on what the skills actually are in each level that you need to tick off before you then move on to the next level. And in each level, there are some set pieces that I think you must at least have tried to attempt or sight read or have played through to then upgrade yourself to the next relevant level If you want to know what these pieces are, I actually created a free PDF called the Essential Piano Roadmap. It will tell you what pieces you need to tick and cover before you work on something a little bit harder like River Flows in You. I've taught piano for over 10 years and I feel like this list of pieces are some of my winners, some of the pieces that when I share with students and students learn them, they really tell me, wow, that there's a really great return on investment after they learn and master that song. It teaches them many things. Improve their sight reading, it improves their music theory, it improves their technique. They're true game changers, these pieces. So if you want a free PDF that has this list, check out the link in the description below. So if you're a self-taught pianist, you want to play some really awesome pieces, such as, let's say, Chopin Nocturnes, or you want to play River Flows in You or Moonlight Sonata, and you feel a little bit stuck and you're not quite sure what the next steps are, I'm here to encourage you that what you need is actually a self-guided and progressive system to get to those pieces. If you want to play River Flows in You, the way to get there is not actually to play River Flows in You, but to actually play a series of progressive pieces that leads you eventually to play River Flows in You very easily. So for now, skip River Flows in You and try to play other pieces that will give you a little bit more return on investment. Focus on simpler pieces, work on the technique, master them, and then try to get, 5 to 10 of these before you then move on to River Flows in You. What songs and pieces are you working on? Let me know in the comments. Again, if you want this essential piano roadmap where I spell out the skills and the pieces you need to cover before you move on to each next level of piano playing, please download it below. There's a link in the description. Have fun practicing, guys, and I'll catch you in the next tutorial.